Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening, Sindra. Good evening, all.
So we'll wait for another 2 minutes and we'll start the session, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, I think we can start the session, sir. You can share your screen.
Okay, sure. I don't know why the people are joining late, even after informing. I informed yesterday, right? Sindra, can you confirm me? Are you able to see my screen and listen my voice clearly?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible and the voice is clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, it's day 2. So day 2 is all about the introduction to tools for MLDL, machine learning and deep learning. Coming to tools, we can classify all the tools into 3 broader categories. First one is the IDE or library based. These tools can be very useful if you want to perform ML or DL operations inside our local systems. But if you don't have the capabilities, like if you want to train any deep neural network, means deep learning model, we required a huge amount of time if the computational resources are less. If you have high-end GPUs in your laptops or systems, it's okay. Otherwise, it will take huge amount of time in terms of few hours, days, months, even years as well, if your data set is used. So in that case, we can go for cloud computing. So cloud computing is one of the best option for industries. Third option is the APIs. If you are using for your personal case, or if you don't want to customize each and everything, it's ready to use of kind. So coming to IDs or local IDs, we have PyTorch, TensorFlow, Keras, Scikit-learn, and MATLAB. These are the few examples for the local IDs or local tools. We can directly install these tools on our laptop or our PC, and we can directly train our model. We can train our model, and we can go for inference as well. So coming to cloud, Amazon has AWS service, Amazon Web Services, and Google Cloud like Colab, and Microsoft Azure, IBM's Cloud, and Apache Mart. All these are the different cloud platforms. We can hire some storage and some computational resource, and we can directly perform our operations inside cloud without using our local resources. Coming to APIs, we have multiple APIs from different vendors depending on our requirement and pricing, because most of these APIs require some payment. So first we have to purchase and we have to use it. So these are the different APIs, but not limited to these numbers. These we have hundreds of APIs nowadays. So many people are creating their own APIs. Any doubt here? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. So if you are using the local IDs, as per my view, better option, we can use R language, or we can use Python, we can use MATLAB. But in my view, Python is the best resource if you want to go for open source. And if you want to go for proprietary item, like if you want to go for paid version, then MATLAB is the best option, because it has so many inbuilt visualization tools and apps as well. So if you are using Python, we have to use some other dependencies like NumPy, SciPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. So NumPy and SciPy is very useful to perform calculations in very effective manner, and Pandas is very useful to handle the different data types. Like if you want to use a table, big table, or data which is in terms of columns, rows, like that, then we can directly use Pandas instead of using lists of lists like that. And Matplotlib is useful to visualize our data. For example, you have your for example, if you have marks data or whatever may be the data, if you want to visualize that part, we have to go for Matplotlib. We will discuss all these things in our practice sessions, no worry. Probably in this session, I will explain how to install Anaconda environment for Python development, Python-based development, and MATLAB. So again, these are the packages. As I mentioned earlier, we have Scikit-learn, PyTorch, and then TensorFlow. Inside each one, all these are free versions, as I mentioned earlier, and we can use on Windows as well as the Linux environments. And these are the Python is the common one, and CPP we can use, and CUDA language we can use. Python is the another language, so we can use all these things. And coming to these algorithm features, we have different kinds of algorithms. We will discuss all these things in the upcoming sessions, like what are the different classification algorithms, regression algorithms, clustering. All these are the different algorithms, and pre-processing model selection dimensions, PCA, principal component analysis, or dimensionality reduction are the different techniques used to process our data. So these packages support different features like this. Okay, how we use all these things in our programs means as you people already know Python. So first we have to import. You know how to import libraries, right? Can anyone reply for this one? You
Yes,
know,
No,
sir.
sir.
no. Yesterday you mentioned, you people mentioned like you are aware of Python, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's kind of Python only, but you know how to import NumPy or time or sys OS. Do you people know any of these things? How to import your time or OS?
Yes, sir.
Okay, like that. It is also similar thing. We have scikit as one library. Sorry, we have sklearn as one library, or scikit as one library, keras as one library. So from these things, we have to import one classifier or one regression model, whatever you want. First, we have to import like this. Don't worry, I am giving all these things as examples to understand how we are importing. I'm not explaining how we are using this one. We will discuss all these things one by one in upcoming sessions. I'm just explaining how we are using tools. Okay, first we have to install the library, and then we have to import the library. So this is the class. Yesterday I have written one class, right? Model, like that. So this is the one we can, this is a predefined one, we can directly use it. So after importing this, we can create a object for this one, and we can, yesterday I have used train as method, right? Here the method is fit. So we can use this fit one, and we can provide data and labels as I did yesterday. And after training, we can get the values using predict method. So here also same thing. So here decision tree classifier is one algorithm, and random forest is another algorithm. If you want to train a deep neural network like ANN, CNN, I mentioned in schedule, right? So artificial neural network, convolutional neural network. So in that case, we have to use keras. So again, from keras, we have to use sequential, import sequential, and we have to import layers, and we have to create a method, and we have to add all the layers depending on our requirement. And after adding, we have to compile it using options. What is the optimizer? Is it Adam? What is the loss matrix, and what is the different metrics we have to use? I will discuss all these things one by one. And at the end, we have to train it using fit method, and we have to use this predict method for the inference. So like this, we have to perform training and inference using Python inside our local systems. So as this session is all related to the tools, people can directly go to anaconda.com, and inside that we have some latest distributions here. So depending on your OS, you can download the latest version. So here, this is the latest screenshot I have. This is for Windows, and the size is 621 MB, and it requires 64-bit GPU or 64-bit CPU, and it uses Python 3.9. So what is the main use of this Anaconda is, let me quickly, okay, I think this is the last slide. I haven't, okay, this is the last slide in my PPT. So let me quickly open Anaconda environment. Okay, after installing, you know how to install packages, right? At least online tools. So this is the online, sorry, this is the online source to download this Anaconda distribution. So here you can directly click on this, it will start download a .exe file. You can directly install that one. After installation, you will get this one. This is the Anaconda navigator. So here you can see Jupyter Lab is there. This is very useful to run your notebooks, and Jupyter Notebook is there. Spider is there. Currently I'm using this one. VS Code is the open source, so we can use this one as well. And R2 is the one, if you want to go with the R language instead of Python, you can use this one. So once you have this one, you can directly click on this one. It will open Spider like this. This is a Spider environment. Okay, inside this, you can directly click on new file. It will open one file like this. Here you can directly import your libraries. For example, if you want to import NumPy, so directly you can write like this and you can compile here. Just save the one as I did yesterday like this. Here I have imported this one, right? And I have imported NumPy as well yesterday. Okay. This is the way how we use this spider environment. Inside this, you can see here, Python 3.7 is there. This is the Walter version of Anaconda environment I had. So when I was installing this one, that time the latest version was this one, 3.7. So it installed 3.7 for me. But now if you are installing this one, it will install the 3.9. The advantage here is it has everything like, let me quickly open the Anaconda prompt as well. So this is the Anaconda prompt. If you want to install any package, for example, if you don't have NumPy in your system, then you can directly install Conda install NumPy. So directly it will install that library. This is the way how we usually install the libraries. See, it's collecting the data from its own repository and it will install. So here it's saying all requested packages already installed. Because I have already installed the NumPy, it's saying that if you don't have NumPy, it can directly install here. Any doubt here how to install packages? First, you have to install Anaconda. Okay, inside Anaconda, it will install different tools like Anaconda prompt and Anaconda navigator. Okay, you can directly open Anaconda navigator. Otherwise, you can directly click on start and you can search for spider. So here spider is there. You can click on this one. It will directly open the spider environment. Otherwise, if you want to go through this, you can click on, you can search for Anaconda. So here you have different options. Anaconda navigator is there, Anaconda prompt is there, spider is there, PowerShell is there, Jupyter notebook, all the things we have. So if you want to open Anaconda navigator, you can directly click on here. Inside Anaconda navigator, we have all these things. Spider is there, we can click on here. So this is the way how to open your IDE. This is the spider IDE. So inside spider, you have all the options here. If you want to create a new file, click on new file. If you want to open the existing one, you can open that one, and all the things are here. Okay, you can go to file and you have all the options. You know how to use MS Word, all the things, right? So same options are here. You can use all the things. So once you, after writing your code, you can directly run using this button. Clear, right? Any doubt here?
No, sir.
Okay, it's very interactive one. If you want to run single command, you can type here. For example, if you want to say A is equal to some 2 and B is equal to some 3, it's simple programming, right? So if you want to check for what is A plus B, you can directly write like this. Okay. This is your console. You can run single command here. Otherwise, you can directly run your code as well here. And if you are running anything, all the variables will be added here. See here, A is 2, B is 3, and A plus B is, I haven't added to any variable. If I write A is equal, so C is equal to A plus B, so C also here. So you can directly check the values of variables here, like MATLAB. In MATLAB, we have the same feature, and here also we have the same feature. If you want to check values of any variable, you can directly go here and you can check. Clear? This is the way how we use this Anaconda environment along with the Spider IDE. The advantage is, again, I'm saying No need to worry about which Python version we have to use, which libraries we have to use. All the things will be taken care by the Anaconda. If you want to install particular tool, you can directly go to Anaconda console, Anaconda prompt, and you can directly ask the tool to install particular library. It will check what is the required one, and it will install the required package here. Clear, right? Any doubt here?
No, sir. No, sir.
How many people joined? Only 50. Yesterday it was 65, right?
Yes, sir. Yesterday it was around 65, 64 something.
Okay. If you have any doubt here, you can ask me quickly, because I will open MATLAB. I will close this one and I will open MATLAB. I'm just explaining the tool and IDE environment. This is the environment we have to use in future, in all the upcoming sessions. That's why I'm asking. If you have any doubt here, you can ask me.
Sir, can we
Yeah.
set up the kernel
Sorry,
processes?
for what?
Recently, I have downloaded Anaconda prompt. I mean,
Okay.
Anaconda.
Okay.
And in Spider, I'm getting console problems, sir. Because Neutron's not restarting the kernel console.
Console. You are asking about console, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can do that, but the better way is always, I think you are using multiple things. For example, if you want to use install this NumPy, you can use this command here, conda install NumPy. At the same time, here you can write pip install NumPy. So both the commands are same. It will also install the same NumPy package, but the difference is it will directly access the Python environment, but if you use this one, it will access the Conda environment. Again, Conda will handle the Python. I think you did something here without using Conda environment. You did something here. So to clear that one, better you reinstall the Conda environment. You get my point,
Okay.
right?
Okay, sir.
Always try to use one thing. Either always try to use this one, Conda environment. If you don't want to use this Conda environment, try to open the Windows command window, and here you can directly install, but keep in mind it will be helpful if you are using idle. You know how to use Python idle, right? If you want to use Python idle instead of Conda environment, then only go for this process. Otherwise, always try to use Conda this prompt, Anaconda prompt. I think I'm clear.
Okay, sir.
So this is all about Anaconda. If you want to quickly open MATLAB. So this is the MATLAB environment. MATLAB environment is almost similar to this one. Here you have workspace. Workspace has all the variables, and here you have the current folder or current working directory. And this is the details window. And if you open a new script, it will open your editor. Do you people have BS Lab or basic simulation lab using MATLAB?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I think you people are aware of this one. So if you are using the latest version of MATLAB, you will have one tab here, which is known as apps. So inside apps, if you click down arrow, you have multiple apps for the machine learning. See here, machine learning and deep learning, we have different apps here. Clear?
Yes.
First, open the MATLAB and click on apps, and here you have multiple apps. So depending on your application, for example, if you are going to develop a deep neural network, you can directly use this deep network designer. Inside this, you have all the layers. In my presentation, I mentioned layers, right? So here I mentioned layers. So here I have to add layer, right? So here we can use this program to add layer to our network. Otherwise, you can directly use this deep neural network designer or deep network designer to design your required model. The thing here, the difference between MATLAB and Python based things are, MATLAB is most of the time it have GUIs. So instead of writing our program for each and everything, we can use GUIs easily and we can develop our models. We can train models, all the things. For example, if you want to train a model for your data for classification learner, you can directly click on classification learner and we have, it will open. This is one app, MATLAB app. So you can click on new session and click on workspace. It will ask for the data. So before opening this one, first we have to load our data here. For example, yesterday we have created one data, right? What is the data? Data is what it is, marks data, right? So here we can directly mention marks equal to rand integer, and here I have to, what is the input, max value 100 and size 1,100. You know, right, this syntax for rand, ones, zeros, all these things are there. For all the things we have to mention how many number of rows and columns we have to provide. So here I require data in 1 row and 100 columns. Sorry, yeah, 100 columns means it's 100 number of values. See, it has created 100 values, and again I have to create my labels data as data, sorry, marks, right? Marks greater than or equal to 35. You can see these are the 100 labels depending on the my data values. See last one, what is the last value here? 81 and 60. So it's 1. Clear? It's kind of the same programming here. Yesterday we have created our own data, right? So here I have imported NumPy and created random integers, and I have created my labels by comparing the values, some value. So here also the same thing. Now I have, as I mentioned earlier, we will have all these values here in workspace. So now we have our labels, which is of size 1 by 100 and marks of size 1 by 100. So now we have both input and output values. Now we can open our classification learner, now create new session, and here you can see marks is there, and here see here. Yeah. So here data set variables are marks. So input is marks and response or outputs are variable is labels. So you can import marks and start session. So you can see all the values here. See till this point, all the ones see here. We have two color indications. One is for false, another one is false means fail, and true means pass. So here you can see till 35, all the things are in blue color, means all these students got fail and all the students got pass. So you can see the you can visualize the data very easily here. Any doubt here? And you can select one model and you can train your model. For example, if you want to train your SVM, so you can directly select your SVM and you can directly click on train. It will perform training operation here and it will provide confusion matrix. You can see you get 64% of accuracy during validation. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So like this, instead of writing any program, instead of creating your model, instead of processing your data, you can directly use this tool You can import your data and you can train your model. You can check all the values here. You can check the accuracy values here, and we have different metrics here. You can see scatter plot, confusion matrix, ROC curve, parallel coordinate. All these things are the different matrices. Okay. I will discuss what is confusion matrix and what is accuracy, all the things in upcoming sessions. For now, you can try to understand how to use tools, how to easily use tools. You can use Python, but if you have access to MATLAB, it's better to go with MATLAB initially. And once you have concrete understanding of data and models, then again go back to Python and try to solve the same problem there. You will easily understand data and your application, and after that you can try to solve the problem in Python, and you will learn how to use open source softwares. Clear? So for example, if you want to check other data, use clear here, and everything is clear, right? So you can directly write some data is equal to MATLAB has some inbuilt data sets. So you know high-risk data, right? Yeah, high-risk data set, and you can click on this. It will create a variable here. Means it's loading the data and creating here. Just loaded that one. Now again, try to open. So only thing is, first we have to import your data set here. That's what I am doing here. First we have to create your data set or import your data set to the workspace, or you can directly import from the file. If you have your data in any Excel sheet or any CSV file or any text format file, you can directly import from this option. When you are clicking here, you have two options here, right? From workspace, from file. For example, if your data is in Excel or CSV, you can directly click on here and you can import your data without dealing with the workspace. If your data is on workspace, you can directly click on here and see what can we do. So here you can see data values are here and set as rows. So you can see here, first to 3 rows are selected as inputs, and the 4th row is selected as output. So start here. Again, it's all depending on your data, how you are storing your data. So see here, different colors are here. Sorry, I did some mistake. Okay, first 3 rows and the 4th row is the output. Okay, why it is taking in that way? Okay, here you can see 4 different colors, and if you want to check first, okay, the first thing in machine learning is first we have to understand the data, how the data is. For example, if you have n-dimensional data, like if you consider any particular application, for example, if you want to train a model for a driving application, if you consider one car or one bike, we have different parameters, right? We have speed, we have acceleration, we have the wind speed, opposite wind speed, we have fuel burning rate, we have fuel remaining fuel. Okay, like that we have different parameters. If you consider the traffic as well, what is the distance from the nearest forward vehicle, what is the distance from nearest backward vehicle, what is the nearest from distance from the left vehicle, right vehicle. We have different parameters. So if you consider all the data, if you gather all the data, we will have more number of columns. Okay, in that case, what we have to do, we have to reduce the size first. For this, for that process, we have to use this PCA, principal component analysis or feature selection. You can click on this one. It will show all the values here. If you don't want the third value or third parameter, you can unselect it and you can click OK. Okay, now you have deselected one value and you have two parameters. See here, 2 out of 3 parameters are selected. You can select one model here, for example, SVM, and you can directly click train. It will take some time depending on your GPU capacity and your CPU version. It will take some time, but the simple thing is first we have to understand the data. If you want to see the data in different aspects, you can change the parameter type here and you can see. Wait, it's busy. Wait, yeah. See here, this is the visualization. See here row 1 is here. This is the, see here, this is the row 1 versus row 3. Actually, we have 3 parameters here, and this row 1 and row 3. Actually, we are missing some data here. I think, let me go back. Actually, here we have 4 parameters. That's why our accuracy is very less. So let me go back here and add. I think the data format is somewhat different. Okay, clear. Actually, I did a small mistake here. That's why it's showing all this nonsense. I have loaded data, but I have considered one of feature as the output. So now let me quickly restart the session. Sorry for that. So data is there and here. Give me 1 minute. Okay, now the visualization is good. Okay, actually, this iris data has 4 parameters: length and width of both petals and sepals. So here you can see the row 1 has 1 parameter, row 2 has 1, row 3 has 1, and row 4 has 1 parameter. So if you want to differentiate or understand which parameter is providing more useful data, for example, here see here you can select one row here and you can select other row here, and you can see whether we have proper differentiation or not. But now the tool is not allowing me to select all the features, but in general it has the option to load all the parameters. Clear? Any doubt here? Let me, actually I am importing the MATLAB inbuilt data. Let me quickly prepare one data set for you. Meanwhile, you can ask if you have any doubt. It's open for you people. You can unmute yourself and you can ask. Hello. Chindra, are you there? Are you people able to? Yep. I need 2 to 3 minutes. Meanwhile, you people can ask any doubts if you have.
Guys, if you're having any doubt, unmute yourself and ask.
Yeah, I'm almost done with my step.
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, it is used for result verification purpose or only for analyzing?
for all the things from start to ending. From scratch, you can use this tool. And we have all the things here. See here, we can directly import data from file or workspace. After that, we can visualize data here. And we can go for feature selection and PCA. Both are to reduce the dimensionality. And after that, we can go for the anomaly detection and elimination. And after that, we can select the training model here. All the predefined models are here. You can select one model or you can select all the models here. You can select all and we can select all linear, and you can directly go for training. Okay, and you can analyze the data here. Give me 1 second. I am almost done with my processing. So let me show this one to you people. So actually the data is not in proper format. I have changed the format now, and now the data set equal to okay. Now everything is fine. Let me quickly, I have prepared the data. Data is not in proper format. So you can select data set here and you can select from rows and with row. Okay, everything is fine. So here, make sure all the features are input features are selected here and except the output feature. Okay, clear. So now you have 4 parameters here and 4 3 different colors are here. 3 different colors indicates 3 different. First of all, let me explain what is this iris set. So let me go to quickly go here and so actually we have 3 different classes in iris depending on the iris size. See here we have what is the names? Actually, I forgot the names here. Yeah, we as I mentioned, we have 4 different input parameters: sepal length, sepal width, and petal length, petal width. Depending on these 4 parameters, we can decide what is the output type, whether it is iris setosa, iris versicolor, or iris virginica. So we have to decide which kind of the iris is that depending on these 4 parameters. You understand, right? These 4 parameters are the input to your model. Like, let me quickly open my presentation and paste there. So like this, you have one thing, right? So these are inputs to your model. So depending on these 3, you have to define what is the depending respective class. So for this, you have to train your model. So this is your model. These 4 are the inputs to your model. Okay, you are the point, right? These 4 are the inputs to your model, and depending on these 4 values, you have to define what is the corresponding output type, whether it is setosa, versicolor, or virginica. So see here. Now go back to the app here. Here you can see 3 different colors. First one is the setosa, versicolor, and virginica. So you can see different colors here and different values here. So to differentiate this one, which feature is very useful, that one first we have to understand. To understand that one, you can use this visualization. Just I mentioned earlier, first we have to load. After loading the data, we have to analyze the data first. Before going for actual training, first we have to analyze. How we can analyze is here. You can select different features and you can see the difference. If you select row 1 versus row 2, means row 1 is a and row 2 is here. Row 1 is your sepal length and sepal width. So if you consider these 2, in that case, you can separate this particular color. Means you can separate this particular setosa class. If you use another feature here, instead of that feature, if you use another feature, you can differentiate between these 2 as well. See, all these things are here. Okay, all the red colors are here and all the yellow colors are here. Means if you use row 1 and row 3, if you want to reduce the dimensionality, which one we can reduce? For sure we have to use row 1 and row 3, and we can reduce row 2 and row 4. You get my point, right?
Yes, sir.
So like that, you can select different ones and you can see whether those features are contributing any particular reasoning for the classification. Once you have this this data visualization, you can directly go for training. Let's try to train simple network without wasting time. So I have selected SVM kernel here. See here, the 96% of accuracy. This is the one feature first we have to concentrate. What is the accuracy? It should be more than 85, 90, 95, 99, depending on your application. If you are going for any safety critical application, means automotive cars, all the things, your accuracy should be more than 95, 99, and 100. Sometimes it requires 100 accuracy. If you are going for any gaming applications like that, you can set as 80, 75 like that. So here the accuracy is 96. This is the first one. After checking this one, we have to check for different matrix. So different matrix means what is the confusion matrix? See here, this is the class 1, class 2, class 3. See here, all the 50 values of class 1 are represented as class 1. Means you have clear information regarding the class 1. There is no confusion with class 1. If you see the second class, see here only 46 out of 50 values of class 2 are classified as class 2, but 4 values of class 2 are classified as class 3. Again, if you see class 3, Virginica class, here 49 out of 50 values are classified as class 3, but one value is misclassified as class 2. Okay, if you want to check where this confusion has happened, you can go to here and you can see here. See, all these are in proper color. If you see here, we have 2 cross marks here and 2 cross marks here. The meaning is actually this is not the original class, but it is represented as class 3. Sorry, it is red is in class 2, right? So originally it is class 3, but classified as class 2. That's why we have that value here. Originally it is class 3, but one value is classified as class 2. Again, same thing here. These two are related to class 2, but classified as class 3, depending on these colors. So same thing here. Instead of taking these as class 2, we have classified as class 3. You can check all the values here. And you can select another model and you can check for the other accuracies. If you go for another model, you can check. You can quickly run it and you will get all the values, whether we are reducing the accuracy or not. Here the accuracies got reduced. Again, you can select some trees. We have all the models here. We will discuss all these things one by one in upcoming sessions, but so here we have achieved around 98%. So this is the best one compared to this one. See here, instead of 4, we reduced this confusion from 4 to 2. So this is the best one here. Again, for this one, you can go for scatter matrix and you can see. Change the values here and you can see. These 3 are the confusion values here. Now you understand, right, how to analyze data using these tools. Actually, we have upcoming 3 sessions to discuss how to analyze data, different kinds of data, like how to analyze image data, how to analyze signals, all the things. But here, this is the understanding how we use these tools. Either we can use this MATLAB to easily analyze this part. Otherwise, you can directly go for our another tools, like we can use this Python, but along with Python, we have to use Matplotlib. Then only we can visualize all these things here. Any doubt here?
No, sir.
So,
No, sir.
so if you want to try your first algorithm or your first model, it's better to use MATLAB, and you can directly import your data here and you can visualize data and we can select your models. Only few models are here. So many other advanced models are there in research community, but best models are here. You can select some best models and you can check the accuracy. For example, if you are selecting all the linear ones, you can select this one and you can train your model. See, multiple things will happen here. Okay, you can check the accuracies as well. Any doubt here?
No, sir.
Now you understand what
No,
is
sir.
accuracy, right? What is accuracy and what is the confusion matrix? Any doubt in confusion matrix?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. And you can see values, all the previous values here. So this is how we use MATLAB. For the in the same way, if you want to create any deep learning network, you can go to your MATLAB and you can open other app. We have other different other apps, right? For example, network designer. We'll have before doing all these things, you people should understand what is different layers, what is the use of different activation layers, what is ReLU layer, what is softmax, all the things. So we will discuss all these things in future, but most of the time I will try to use Python, because Python is open source. We can use anywhere without facing any difficulties. See, this is the deep network designer. You have all the layers here. Previously, I have explained sequential layer here, right? In my presentation. So here I have to import the sequential layer and I have to add different layers to that model, right? So in the same way, here we can directly click on this sequential input layer and you can drag here. So this is the input layer. So if you want to connect one fully dense layer or fully connected layer, you can directly drag, and we can directly drag different layers. If you want convolution layer, we can use. And again, if you want ReLU layer, as I mentioned, different activation layers, we can use different activation layers here, and we can use dropout layer, batch normalization layer. We have different layers here. The same time, we have output layers as well. Softmax, as I mentioned earlier, softmax layer is there, sigmoid layer is there. So we can use different layers like this. Okay, we can connect like this. So I'm using one activation layer here, and from that activation I am connecting another fully connected layer, again another activation layer, another fully connected layer. So at the end I am using softmax layer. Here I'm getting my output. So like this, without writing a simple line of code. Actually here code is here. If you want to write code is like this. See, here I have to import my sequential model, and to that model I have to add this dense layer here. So again, after selecting each dense layer, if you click on here, you will have all the parameters. What are the input size, what is the output size, all the parameters. So you can write the required data here. So without writing a single line of code, you can create a network, you can train here. You can export the layer, and by using this layer, again, you can open another app here. Quantizer is here, fitting is there, neural network clustering is there. So you can open this one and you can import the previously designed layer, design model, and you can train it. Any doubt here? I think I have explained different kinds of tools in 1 hour, so there may be some confusion, but don't worry about anything. We'll discuss all the things. May not be using all the tools, but most of the time, as I mentioned earlier, I will use Python for most of the time. But to analyze and to analyze data as well as the networks, I will use these apps inside MATLAB. So if you have access to MATLAB, I don't know whether your college have access to MATLAB, but if you have access, try to install it. Try to install the latest version. The latest version is R2022B MATLAB. Okay. And if you don't have access to MATLAB, at least try to install this uncounted distribution. Any doubt here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, how many people joined? It's again 51.
Sir, I have an doubt.
Yeah.
Sir, MATLAB 2014 is enough.
No, actually MATLAB 2007, 14, all these things till 2018, we don't have any support for AML. From 2018, 19, 20 onwards, only MATLAB slowly started supporting AML things. They initially introduced only this one. Now we have different tools, right? Actually, I am using 2021B, but now in 2022B, we have more options. You can see here in 2021B, we have multiple tools here, right? If you use 2019B, you have only one tool. Instead of all these tools, you will have only one tool here. Only this classification learn is initially introduced. After that, they introduced this network designer. Now we have multiple tools here. Recently, they started support to reinforcement learning as well. If you install 2014, you have the basic toolboxes, but there is no support for AML for sure. The thing is, if your college have access to the MATLAB, then the access or the license should be given to the latest version, means 2022B. If you are using original software, try to install the latest version. Again, you have to consider the capabilities of your laptops. At least they should have 8 GB of RAM and some good CPU like Core i5, 9th generation or 10th generation like that. My laptop has 32 GB of RAM and Core i7, then 9th generation processor. That's why I am able to open all the things. You can see the MATLAB here, the Anaconda console here, Spider here. So never try to open all these things at once. If you want to open one thing, try to first close all the remaining tools, because all these IDEs and tools are of very use size. You know, right? If you install all the toolboxes of MATLAB, it will take around 20 GB of your space. So if you want to open Spider, first try to close the remaining MATLAB and all the other tools, then open Spider. If you want to open MATLAB, first close the Spider, then open MATLAB. If we have good laptops, then that up to you. You can open all the tools at once. Any doubt here? I think we are running out of time.
No, sir.
Okay, Sindhura, what about the remaining people?
I'll ask them. Even I have posted it even after 7:30 or around 7:15. I posted again, but
Okay.
few only joined.
Let them know these initial sessions are very important, at least the first week.
Yeah, yes, I'll remind them once again.
Because I can't explain all these tools and all, right? If they know, that's okay. If the people are not aware of all these tools, it will be very difficult when we coming for practice sessions.
Yes, sir, yes, I'll inform them, sir.
Okay, that's all. You have any doubt? Any last minute questions?
I
Sir.
don't think so. Yeah.
Sir, can you send the downloading process of MATLAB?
Yeah, actually, okay, I have stopped sharing, right? Let me quickly share my screen. So, do you people have access to MATLAB? Means, do your college have license?
They have old versions, sir.
Yes, sir.
Person, sir.
They have
Okay.
old versions, means they may be using the cracked versions. But if you have license, you can directly download here. So first you have to log into your account here. See, first go to products. Here you have MATLAB latest version. So you can click on MATLAB and click somewhere here. It will redirect to sign in option. You have to sign in here. Okay. After that, you have to provide your password. Then only it will provide the download option. Any doubt here? We have direct options to download, but first you should have one login. That login should have one attached license. If your college has the license, you can directly approach your IT team or your lab in charge who is handling the BS lab and all. You can directly approach that person and ask for the license. They will take your mail ID and they will assign one license to that particular mail ID. Then using that mail ID, you have to create your account here. Here we have create option, right? So try to add your respective mail ID and all the data here, and you can download from that login. But login is for sure. If you want to download the official version, login is for sure, but that login should has the license as well. Any doubt? Actually, we crossed it around 6 minutes. Crossed it by 6 minutes. I
Okay,
think
sir.
no. Okay. Okay, we will discuss all these things on this coming Saturday. Try to at least try to install the Anaconda environment if you have your personal laptops.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
everyone.